Hey guys! So MBBS admissions for the 2021 intake is officially open now. So we all know that China offers one of the most competitive and the best value English medium MBBS programs in the world. That's why it's one of the fastest growing destinations for international students who want to study medicine. And as of 2020, Chinese Ministry of Education has officially listed 45 medical colleges to offer English-taught MBBS programs in China. So are you ready to study at one of these schools? Then let me go in depth about what to expect when you apply to these programs. So let me give you now an MBBS program overview. So what does MBBS stand for? So MBBS stands for Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery. And it is one of the most popular undergraduate degrees in China. And MBBS programs in China are also internationally recognized by the World Health Organization. And most medical universities in China offer MBBS programs for 6 years. And you will spend for the first 5 years in a classroom training to have a solid medical knowledge. And the remaining 1 year you will spend at the hospital doing internship to actually strengthen your clinical skills. So here I will put an MBBS sample curriculum that you can look at in China. So why many international students choose to come to China to do MBBS program? So firstly, China offers high quality of education with affordable tuition fee. And China is a global leader in the field of modern medicine. And many of its medical universities are actually ranked among the top 500 medical universities in the world. And MBBS programs in China are also based on international standards, so they are par with Western MBBS degrees. And the best part of medical education in China is, of course, its affordable tuition fee. It's about 70% cheaper than those in Western countries. So the tuition can be as low as 3,000 USD per year to up to 10,000 USD per year. Secondly, guys, MBBS in China offers quick admissions processing. So the ease of admissions for MBBS in China is unlike any other country in the world. So the eligibility criteria are simple and can be easily compiled by students. And good thing is that international students are also not required to take any entrance test to study MBBS in China. This actually saves our students a lot of time from these hectic admissions procedures and stiff competition. Thirdly, guys, MBBS in China are globally recognized. So MBBS programs in China are recognized by World Health Organization and also included in the International Medical Education Directory. So graduates of MBBS program from China are eligible to take numerous national medical screening tests in many parts of the world. And there are several top medical schools in China, such as Shantou University Medical College, Nanjing Medical University, Xiamen University School of Medicine, Jiangsu University Medical School, Capital Medical University, Zhejiang University School of Medicine, and many more. I've actually already made a very detailed video introducing all these top MBBS programs in China. So I will put the link below in the description so you can check that video for the top medical schools in China. Now, let's discuss about the admissions procedures, how to get accepted to these MBBS programs, right? So basic requirement is that you should be at least 18 years old and you better be under 30 years old. And you should also hold a valid high school diploma and high school transcript. And on your transcript, you should have 3 subjects: physics, chemistry, and biology grades. And grades for all these 3 subjects must be minimum 70%. And to increase your chances of acceptance, you better have higher grade in biology and also at least 70% in mathematics. Now, let me go through the required documents that you should submit for your application. So firstly, university asks for personal statement letter. It's an essay introducing yourself, your goals, and motivation to study medicine. Why did you choose to study in China? Why did you choose to study in this school? And what is your future plan after your graduation? And secondly, universities ask for CV. curriculum vitae, they want you to include details of your educational experiences. If you're a high school graduate, you will need to include your primary school, middle school, and high schools there. And also you will have to include your work, volunteering, and other experiences that can help for your application. So the third document, which is one of the most important documents, is of course your official high school diploma and transcript with school stamp and the signature. And you might be a student who is in your last year of high school, so maybe you haven't graduated yet. You cannot yet provide an official high school diploma and transcript. Then you don't have to worry. Then what you should do is that you should contact your school and ask for an expected graduation letter, which is a letter that includes your name and expected graduation date, and that proves that you are studying in this school and you will graduate at this date. It should have a school stamp, of course, and the signature. And transcript also the same. Fourth document asked by the universities are physical examination record with blood test results at the public hospital in your country. So we have a form that we can provide you. You will have to print out that form and take it to the public hospital in your country and let the physicians fill out the form and put the hospital stamp and the signature. Fifth document asked by some medical universities are recommendation letter. So your recommendation letter should have details of your recommender's affiliation and position. Also, it should include an original signature, email, and the phone number of that contact person. So sixth document asked by universities are of course valid passport. So your application for universities will be binded to your passport number. Why they require passport? Students ask us, why do you require a passport? Because later you will receive a visa. So after your admissions, because your application is binded to your passport number, they issue a visa form that will be sent to your home country under your passport number. That's why it's required to have a valid passport while you apply to universities. So the seventh documents asked by universities are English proficiency exam. Because your MBBS program will be taught in English, you will have to prove to these universities that you will understand your classes in English language. So if you are a native English speaker, or if your previous education, your high school was fully taught in English, then you don't have to provide English proficiency exam. However, if your education was not taught in English before, and if you're not a native speaker, then you will have to provide this English proficiency exam like TOEFL or IELTS to prove that you speak English. And also China admissions, we actually understand that during these hard times, it's very hard to travel physically to IELTS and TOEFL centers to give this exam. That's why we have an exam for you, online exam that you can take. It's called International English Test. I will put the link below in the description where you can take this test online and provide it to the university application as your English proficiency exam. So the last document asked by universities are proof of financial support. So they usually ask you for an accounts statement of the last 6 months with a minimum closing balance of 7,000 USD. And if you don't have money and you have a sponsor, maybe your sponsor is your parents, your uncles, or a company, then they can also provide their identity and provide a sponsorship letter for you with their bank statements. So now we have talked about the eligibility criteria, which documents you should provide to universities for your application. Now the question must be how to apply to these universities. So the process is very simple. It's a 3-step application process. So firstly, you will have to search your MBBS program on apply.china-admissions.com and click on your desired MBBS program and just click apply on the chosen program. And secondly, you will have to upload the requirement documents we just discussed and pay the university application fee. And thirdly, you will just have to wait for your admission confirmation. If you get accepted, you will be sent an invitation letter. And after that, you can process your visa and get ready to study an MBBS program in China. I think it's also very important to mention that China admissions, we offer special MBBS application service. So, do you want to apply for an MBBS program in China without any confusing and hectic application procedures? Then yeah, we offer this MBBS application service that will make your application process much easier and smoother. The fee of this service is very affordable and you get a lot of perks. Fast-tracked priority application, free personalized consultation, guaranteed acceptance to at least one MBBS program and timely feedback on your application and many more advantages. So guys, now we have discussed all about this MBBS application procedures, about the schools and general overview of the program. And maybe you are interested to apply because applying the China admissions platform is very easy. Then I will put the link below where you can just go to our platform and apply for your MBBS program today and start your journey.